Some of you may know I'm a huge fan of MMOs. I spend way too much time playing them, and I've spent hundreds if not thousands of hours simply walking around these huge expansive worlds, killing and leveling up my character. Understandably, when I found out for a short while you could get Black Desert Online completely free, I mourned the loss of all my spare time. After sinking a few hours into the game, it's time to ask the simple question you're all here to find out. Is Black Desert Online really worth playing? Before I jump into the huge rabbit hole that is Black Desert Online, make sure to subscribe, and if at the end of the video you enjoyed it, why not leave a like? One of the things that stands out the most about Black Desert Online is how unbelievably good this game looks. When I loaded it up for the first time, my eyes had a microgasm. I've seen gameplay plenty of times before, but I was still surprised by the graphics quality. The footage in the background is running at medium settings to get smoother frame rates while recording, and it still looks absolutely phenomenal. What surprised me the most about the graphics are the specifications to run the game. Even when there was a metric butt ton of fighting going on, I was locked at 60 FPS. Whoever made this game run so well needs a bloody Nobel Prize. The character creator was a little confusing at first, but when you know where everything is, you can make some really smexy looking characters. Sometimes when a game looks this great, the character models can take a hit when it comes to quality. That simply doesn't happen here. The graphics designers at Pearl Abyss have done an outstanding job, and they definitely deserve a pay rise. If you're new to MMOs, Black Desert Online will confuse you. I've played a variety of MMOs for years, and I was still a little confused myself. When I first dropped into this game, there was a lot going on. UI widgets everywhere, telling you everything from your stats to what you're having for dinner next week. Thankfully, they've included an option to rearrange your UI and hide bits you don't want to see, but it can still be a bit overwhelming to those new to MMOing. One thing I think is great about this game is its use of comboing attacks to use an ability. Instead of clicking one of your 6 trillion buttons to launch an attack, you simply have to perform a combination of button clicks, which might sound more confusing than other MMOs, but it makes fighting a much more enjoyable experience. Once again, this can be a bit daunting at first, but there is a little UI widget that shows what combinations you can use. When you know what you're doing, this can be hidden to free up some valuable screen space. Like many MMOs, Black Desert Online has a huge expansive map. It's not as big as others out there, but what it lacks in size it makes up for in how densely populated it is. The developers have done a brilliant job of making the world feel alive and lived in. You're never far away from some action, and every corner you go around has something new to see. This is how MMOs should be, but so often do I see half-empty worlds where it looks like the developers are simply given up halfway through. So Pearl Abyss, once again, you have done a brilliant job. When it comes to difficulty, it mainly depends on the player, which is you. If you've played MMOs quite a bit in the past, you'll probably know what you're doing. On the other hand, if you haven't, you will struggle. It's not impossible for new MMO players to get into this game, it just might take a little longer than some of the simpler MMOs out there. That being said, if you're looking for a challenge, jump straight in. There's so much to do in Black Desert Online, I doubt you'll get bored. Supposedly, it takes about 105 hours on average to complete the main story, which is absolutely ludicrous. Unlike my previous video, I won't be rating Black Desert Online, as that would be simply impossible. MMOs aren't for everyone. If you want to spend hundreds of hours losing yourself in an immersive world, then get it. But if you don't want to spend that sort of time leveling your way through the game, I can't recommend it. Not everyone will like the grind that are MMOs, and I understand. Some of you actually have lives. Me, on the other hand, well, I don't. If you've made it this far into the video, I want you to comment what your favourite MMO is and why. And if you don't play MMOs, I want to hear your reason why that is. Going soft for a moment, I want to thank everyone that has subscribed and supported me so far. Welcome to the cult that is the PP Club. We worship potatoes, so you don't have to.